But we'll move on
Get
to
vaccinated.
Get vaccinated. Yeah. But your choice. But yeah, now moving on to COVID in the UAE. Now, with over 42,000 active cases, the UAE assures that no lockdowns will be imposed. Now, from hosting a series of international events to Expo 2020, all eyes are currently on the UAE and the strides it will take to combat the new Omicron variant. Now, moreover, with travel rules becoming more stringent, the elephant in the room was whether or not the UAE will impose a lockdown, for which His Excellency Dr. Thani Ahmed Al Zayudi, Minister of State for Foreign Trade and the UAE, assured that there will be no lockdown in the UAE whatsoever in an interview with Bloomberg TV. Now, Thani Al Zayudi firmly stated that the world cannot continue with this lockdown and we have to come back to the norm ASAP.
So instead of imposing restricting movements and causing more disruption, the UAE is now looking to focus on its vaccination drive and is taking steps to more COVID-19 testing to make it more accessible for residents. For example, the Seha drive-through testing centres in Abu Dhabi and Al Ain are to extend their working hours for COVID-19 testing. They'll now go on from 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. every day. So this is literally what we've just been talking about.
Yeah.
They don't want to impose a lockdown. Thank the Lord. We do not want to go back to that life. We are so lucky to have a free and open, and sometimes if we forget that, we need to remind ourselves that we had a very, very miserable short time, but other countries have had a lot worse lockdown, and that's because of the incredible vaccination drive. That's because of the accessible testings. We've been so fortunate because the government has pushed these things forward.
And the best flex of the UAE is the community and the fact that we have such a law-abiding community, and expats compared to like when they go back to their own countries, it might not be the same, but especially when they're here in the UAE, it is like mask wearing 24/7 when they're outdoors in public spaces, sanitizing, social distancing. So all of that is there and in place and so well followed, but you can't say the same for when they go back.
It's so funny. That's so true. I think it's because people feel very fortunate to be here. So they're like, we're not going to toe that line because we don't want to get sent home. It doesn't matter where you're from. But yeah, so we've had the COVID numbers the last day, 3,000 new cases in the last 24 hours, 1,000 new recoveries. And as Simran said, active cases are now at 42,789. But let's just move into our next story. This is massive.